Okay, this training vlog is going to be based around what my arm training is looking like right now. Arms have recently been a focus point in my training because when I reached the end of my cut in August, my arms weren't looking very good. They were quite small. I remember, well, they kind of still are small, but I remember taking measuring tape out some point deep in the cut and measuring both my arms flexed cold, and they were 14.5 inches, which was pretty surprising to me because I was so used to seeing around the 15 mark whenever I would check, but obviously I'd gotten very lean and it had stripped down all that extra fat that was on there. So I ended up at 14.5 inches, around somewhere between 8 and 10% body fat. So I wasn't very happy with what I saw, so I decided to reintroduce some arm isolation. And for the longest time I had basically avoided isolation because I had some tendon pains in my left elbow, but I recently found a way around that using high rep band work, which I don't know the science behind, but I do it one day after I do any arm isolation, and it seems to basically clear up any tendon issues or tendon pain that I'm having. And what I also did was bring my isolation weights right down and build it up from the ground up, and I think I'm finally at a point where I'm operating at the capacity of my muscles, and now I'm getting +1s or +2s on my working sets every week. Pretty happy with that rate of progress. So I guess my goal right now with my arm training is it would be nice to get to the 16-inch mark. Just recently I've measured around 15.4, 15.5. I'm measuring every few days, but I take an official measurement somewhere in the middle of the month, and my measurement on the 14th of May was 15.4 inches. So that is the highest I've ever measured both of my arms to be when cold and flexed. I also have been measuring it pumped, and it tends to get over 16 inches, especially after I've trained triceps. But obviously the pumped measurement doesn't really count by bodybuilding standards, so if we can get to 16 inches cold flexed by the end of the year, I would be very happy with that. What you see on the screen is basically how I've structured my training as of late. So for the arms specifically, on Monday I hit my triceps at the end of my push session, and then I hit them again on Friday on their own separate day. My biceps follow a similar structure where on Wednesday I hit my biceps at the end of my pull session, and then again later in the week on Saturday. It's almost like having a separate arm day, but I've split them up so that I have 3 days rest coming out of and going into my push and pull days, which tend to be a lot more taxing, so I don't really want to undershoot the recovery. I also do a little bit of forearm training on my bicep day, and that's just a couple sets of wrist curls and wrist extensions. So overall, I'm definitely seeing some visible progress. At the moment, I'm thinking I'll do a follow-up arm focused vlog probably in a few months' time to update on my measurements, and hopefully I'll be a lot closer to that 16-inch mark.